Live. Weird. My Wild jersey should be here Monday.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh. Here, the heater's warm.
That's the plan.
Okay.
I've been heating it up in here for hours because I knew you were coming in here.
Okay, I need to make it so I can actually see it.
Oh, yeah, that.
That's not the button I want. To do an update where it changed what the buttons look like.
No.
It's obnoxious.
Not that I know of.
There we go.
So, hi, everybody. Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome to the Saturday live stream.
Hello. Lots of hellos.
Do I believe the ECHL will fold? No. No, because you have to have a league below the AHL. You have to have a place for other players to play.
How often do I dye my hair? About every
3 days.
No, whatever.
3 days.
3 to 4 weeks. But I have really fine hair, so I don't have to. I don't use very much dye.
True.
Well, and it's not really dye; it's actually a stain. So there's that. But I don't have to use very much because I have really fine hair, and I just put it in my hair in the morning or before I go on a walk or whatnot. And yeah, that's it.
I got another random board up here. So.
There you go. What's the weather like? It's cold.
Chilly. I mean, it's not snowing. Like, I know it's snowing in most of Canada. We're not going to get snow, but it's cold. It's by our standards, It's cold.
It's Vancouver cold.
Yeah. Well, we get colder in Vancouver.
Well, true. But people know our weather as Vancouver weather.
Right.
So it's similar. We get more snow than Vancouver, though.
We're hotter than them during the summer, and we're colder than them during the winter. Which makes a difference when you're on the verge of snow or rain. Sometimes they have rain and we get snow.
What color is what? Do you guys like Neil Young?
I'm too young for Neil Young, I think.
Hey. So I used to listen to a lot of that genre era. I didn't mind Neil Young as in
I'm not
that
saying I
type
minded
of,
him, just he wasn't mine.
I preferred him over quite a few others, actually. So, yeah, I hadn't even thought about that for a while. I haven't listened to him in forever, but when I was younger, I did like listening to him. Where are we? We're in the set.
Rockland Wonderland. See, you missed it. You missed Rockland Wonderland.
What's Rockland Wonderland?
Kim.
Have we ever been to Kelowna?
Kim Mitchell.
Yes.
How do you not know Rockland Wonderland? It's Kim Mitchell.
I don't know.
Talking about Canadian. That was the default answer. I had a friend of mine and I that anytime somebody said, "Where are we?" we'd say, "You're in Rockland Wonderland." It was automatic.
Of course, we've been to Kelowna. I've been to Kelowna
a couple of times.
Many times. I've been to Kelowna a lot. Would the Blue Jackets be better splitting Werenski and Jones?
They might be. Your advanced stats people will tell you that Werenski covers for Jones's faults. I don't know how much I buy that, but I understand there are a lot of people who think Jones has major faults to his game. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try it and try to do sort of like what Dallas does with either Heiskanen or Klingberg's on the ice at all times. But we'll see what they do.
Super Mario Brothers or Zelda?
Mario. I was never a big Zelda fan. I even the old Zelda games on Nintendo, I was kind of meh about. Apologies. I know they're considered great. My kids love them, but
yeah, the boys really like Zelda.
The kids beat Majora's Mask so many times to be like, "You're playing it again?" Well, yeah, but you just beat it.
Are you doing a big retro reverse unboxing?
That's the plan. I haven't heard anything. I know Ben doesn't have his yet. So when Ben's got his and he sends me a shipment of them, then there'll be a big unboxing on the channel, and then I'll do an individual review on Patreon and for members as well, where I do videos for each jersey as it comes in and go over the details of each jersey, which I know most on the channel don't really care about.
Favorite Christmas movie?
Christmas Vacation's up there.
I haven't watched that one yet. I have a lot of favorite Christmas movies.
Gremlins is up there. Gremlins is a very good Christmas movie.
Most people know I really like Nightmare Before Christmas. Elf is great.
Elf's fantastic.
Arthur Christmas is
The Shining
fantastic.
is very good.
No.
The Shining is a Christmas movie. We've been over this.
Because there's snow.
I used to watch it every Christmas. It's family. It's about bonding.
Do you remember? Gosh,
you get Ghosts of Christmas Past.
Remember when we did that? Our countdown was
Christmas
that last
Carol's
year?
excellent. That was 2 years ago.
Which one?
That we did the Christmas countdown.
Was it 2 years ago? Didn't we?
We did it in the old house.
Here?
We did it in the old house.
Did we?
Yeah, in the living room.
I thought we did it when we lived here.
No.
Oh.
No.
That was forever ago.
Yeah, our Halloween and Christmas countdowns.
Life. I do like that.
It's a Wonderful Life is good. I watched that one in school.
The Garfield Christmas special. I do remember that one too. I think I have that one from back when there was I don't think I got it off of Napster. I still have some DVDs of burned random Christmas.
And then there's the one.
I have remember the Flintstones and Jetsons Christmas? I have that.
Then there's the one from when I was a kid with the aliens. I think it's called The Christmas Star. I don't know if it was in the States, but I think I know it was in Canada. Was it in the States too?
I have no idea.
With the aliens that come down for the star, and it's fun. That's a fun one.
I don't know. What age should kids start learning to play hockey?
As young as they want to.
I think it's more what age should they learn to start skating?
Skating should be at 3-4 years of age.
If they start skating when they're younger, it's a lot easier. I know mine were all very young.
Adelaide's a very good skater.
Adelaide was skating when she was a year and a half.
She was skating when I met you,
Yeah. All my kids started skating were quite little.
Yep.
Malachi was the oldest.
See, I learned when I was older, and it definitely made it more difficult. He was about
4, but he did a lot of. He liked to rollerblade, so he was very proficient. He did just fine. He just had to learn how to stop properly.
Yep.
So, do you like Krampus? Yes, I was thinking
Krampus is good.
I was thinking about having the boys watch that one maybe next weekend.
They watched that one last year, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just not Adelaide can't. Mm-mm.
Sure, she can.
No. That would
teaches you to be good.
She wouldn't. She liked Gremlins.
Teaches you to be
Krampus,
good.
No.
Krampus is good. And depending on how you view the ending, it's either a happy ending or a, oh God,
I wasn't allowed to
ending.
play hockey as a kid because my mom was a dentist. Well, that's why you wear gear.
And little kids don't hit the puck that high
Depends
either.
on how old you are, because if you're older, there wasn't the same kind of helmet.
The homeschool hockey we played, we never saw puck go that high.
No, and the kids wear the whole whole thing. So, biggest surprise for Vancouver this off season?
I was pleasantly surprised they got Holtby. I had expected maybe them picking up Hudobin. I think Holtby's a better pickup for them than Hudobin because of his experience and because I think he's got a lot to impart on the team. And just picking up Nate Schmidt, that's absolutely huge for them. I think Schmidt's fantastic.
Do you ever get spotted in public?
Yep.
Well, back when there was a public, yes.
I have not been spotted in public since March because we've been home
a long
since
time.
March.
Yeah, we used to get spotted all the time, especially if we go to Vancouver. Mm-hmm. But even here,
like when we're in the Canucks store, I know there's people in that store.
When we go to a game, quite a few people would come up to us. Yep. If we were just walking around the mall, we usually get spotted. Even when I go to the grocery store without Shannon, people recognize me.
But there was
they just call me the hockey guy's wife.
There was a purchase I made on eBay. I bought a webcam for my other channel, and it was off some tech seller on eBay. And then for some reason, the payment was kind of delayed going through. And I said, well, it shows on my end it went through. So I showed him the screenshots of both my bank account showing it went through and the PayPal saying that it went through. So I said, on my end, the money's gone. And he says to me, he goes, oh, wait, you're the hockey guy, aren't you? Yeah, okay, I'll just send it to you tomorrow. And I was like, how do you, wait, this wasn't a guy who had any sports listings, nothing, just, oh, I know who you are. Yeah, okay, yeah, no, I'll just send it to you. Before you got the money. Oh, okay. All right, cool. And and I gave him a really nice review on
I
eBay.
like cake. Do Canadians like cake as well? Yes. Canadians especially like cake with butter and lots of
But
sugar.
there's the band cake too, which is also good.
That's a different kind of cake. I don't know. I'm not sure if that has anything to do with being Canadian, but Canadians have.
Isn't cake Canadian?
I was gonna say Canadians have Canadian cake. Are they? I don't know.
I thought they were.
I'm not very good at knowing.
Sounds Canadian.
They do. I'm not very good at always knowing who's Canadian, who's not.
I know Walk Off the Earth's Canadian. They've quickly become one of my favorite bands.
Yeah.
They are really fun. Their version of Toxic is fantastic.
That was really good. Isn't it hard to walk on skates from the locker room to the ice and back?
No, it's easy.
It's actually not.
That's really easy.
That's the part that
slippery. No matter how crappy your skating is, that's easy.
You can do that fine.
That's fine. You could just walk around like, all right, I'm not, because it's just balance.
If you
once you're on the ice and the surface gets slippery,
if you're not used to skating though, it does use
muscles
that you don't use for anything else. So your ankles can get
kind of wobbly,
really sore.
Yeah,
because it uses completely different muscles. So at the beginning of skating season, it always takes a couple times before you can skate very long without your ankles hurting.
Yeah, I would go to Twin Rinks like about twice a week.
Different muscles.
At Twin Rinks, that first time of the season, man, it was just brutal.
It hurts and it feels like.
And it would take till about the third time before I got my speed back, and I didn't feel like I was going to drop dead. Yeah. And then I was okay. But man, that first time it hurts the ankles. It does,
because it's muscles you don't use for anything else.
Yeah, it's the same as riding a bike. We're riding a bike, you don't forget how to ride it. But man, that first time you ride a bike, it's different. It's a whole different series of muscles in your legs.
Am I the lady?
Hi, the lady.
I don't think I've ever met him.
Hello, lady.
The lady. I'm Yvonne. Hi. No, I do not dye my hair NHL team colors. This is the only color I dye my hair.
Yeah, she's not fun that way. I wanted green for Canucks
games. Is there a super chat? I didn't see one.
Did you miss it?
Hold on.
I didn't see one either.
I'm sorry. Oh. No, that's not who even messaged. Must dues to make the NHL?
You need a lot of money. You need a lot of money. You need to be ready to commit a lot of time. I think it was Patrick Kane. Patrick Kane, I think his family spent over $100,000 to get him to the NHL, all their costs along the way. It is a ridiculous amount of money. It really is.
It's really expensive. Somebody asked if I'm ever called Shannon. Frequently, but I will answer to Shannon.
That's nice.
When people call and ask for Shannon, this is Shannon. When
I'll
I go
to
grocery pickup, I'm Shannon. We get a parcel.
But
who is it? I'm Shannon.
The way that worked in high school too was
it works just fine.
If I was homesick and my voice was already the same voice I have now when I was like 14, so the school would call. Yeah, Shannon's not in school. We're wondering where she is. Oh, she's sick today. She's I'm home taking care of her. She's sick today, but she'll be back at school tomorrow. Okay, thank you. Click, and I'm like, and I've got an excused absence. Sweet.
Who's this?
So when people make fun of girls' names, it works to my advantage too.
And the benefit being, Shannon never gets mispronounced.
No.
And they know how to spell it. So for somewhere, when they
I've
ask
seen it
your
with
name,
one N a lot.
That's true.
And when people see I'm a guy and they look at my name and they go, how do I say this? It's the same. It was a male name first anyways.
Yes. I've been getting the reverse retro t-shirts. Not nearly as nice as the jerseys, but a good alternative for
There are some nice reverse retro. They're not bad. They're on the NHL site. There are some nice reverse retro hats. Now, not the ones that are split down the middle.
Those are ugly.
The ones that are split down the middle remind me of the jerseys that are split down the middle, and you just say no to that if you care about people in your life.
It looks like you've destroyed two jerseys.
But there are some really, really nice ones that I managed. I grabbed a couple. I got a Blasty hat and I got a Lady Liberty hat because I can wear those with multiple jerseys. Most of the other ones, I've already got retro logo hats anyways. But I got the Lady Liberty and the Blasty because that's fantastic.
There's a few people asking for reverse retro unboxing.
Oh, it's coming once I get them.
They won't get them all at the same time either.
So the Minnesota one I know is coming into Canada. I paid the customs on that today. The Tampa one is still in Florida, as far as I know.
Awful. Just saying.
The customs are bad, but I didn't know for sure I'd be able to get them, and I heard that they were short. Cool Hockey is now sold out of Washington. So as far as I know, there's nowhere to get Washington right now. They sold out of Calgary too, the Blasty one. Adidas may still have the Blasty one. But again, I'm waiting on a lot of these through Ben.
What's the deal with Gretzky having his sweater tucked in on the right side?
And he's the reason why you're not allowed to do that anymore. And it's too bad. I think he did it just out of, I think it was he was superstitious. And so it's just a superstitious thing that he did. I don't think it really meant a whole lot. And it's too bad that now players aren't allowed to do it, because I don't think it matters. As long as you're not making it so your number's obscured so people can't see who it is on the ice, I don't see the harm.
Hey guys, love the content. Does Shannon have any opinion on goal horns? Some of them are great. Some of them are really annoying, in my opinion.
I really don't have an opinion one way or the other. I know that the cannon in Columbus is loud as hell.
I wouldn't like that, but I'm kind of sensitive to sound, so.
Some of them sound very, very similar. And
the app likes to mix them up randomly.
I see this one here. Is it appropriate Aquilini fired Donnelly by tweet?
It's funny.
I don't know necessarily that he fired him by tweet. Like, the thing is,
there could have been
and I mentioned this
before that.
I mentioned this in a video that went corrupt, so I couldn't upload it. The way that Anthem singers are, they're not always under contract to the team. You will get a call from a team, and you're still independent. You're still on your own. That's why you see varied people doing the singing. So Donnelly may very well not have been an employee of the Canucks as much as they've contracted him and say, okay, so we need you this Saturday. This may have been Aquilini's way of saying, so we're not employing him this year. So it's not quite the same as firing like a full-time employee. It may just be, I remember one year at summer camp, I got in some trouble, and they said, so we're not renewing your contract next summer. And I said, so you're firing me? And they go, no, we're not firing you. We're just not going to renew your contract. And I'm like, that sounds like I got fired. But anyways, that was when it was more interesting. Now I'm boring.
I can't read all of the comments, so if
you can
leave a comment of
that's why we got you glasses.
Ask my question.
What is the point of the glasses?
I will have no idea what the question was, because I don't even read all of them. Can you please do a career video on Derek Bogard?
At some point I'll do a video on Bogard. I wanted to do videos on enforcers too. I even want to do a power ranking with something to do with enforcers, but I haven't found a way to quantify that yet.
Will Shannon do a video on Cooperalls? Why they failed. I know he's talked about it.
I think if I get a pair of Cooperalls and then you just put me on the ice and then I just fall down and then I'll just slide all the way from one end of the ice all the way to the other. Whee! Just to reveal why Cooperalls were banned by the NHL, because that's basically how they work.
You could test this out with Gabriel. Just Gabriel's.
So
our middle one, when playing hockey,
he intentionally falls down.
Likes to intentionally fall and slide. He would love Cooperalls.
Yeah.
He would be falling all the time. Yeah. He's also a dork.
And then Malachi would fall down like he'd been shot. He'd just get tapped and he'd fall down.
Children are special.
And then he'd even use the stick as like a crutch to get him over to the bench.
It's not an oar. Stop.
And it's like, you're fine. Hockey. Oh, stop. Why are you doing that? And then Adelaide, she can get floored and she gets right back up and she's fine.
Yeah, she does. Go knock that kid in the chin.
Of the three. She was brutal that first few games she played. My puck, my face off.
Adelaide really likes being the smallest and the fastest and the youngest. So she could go right
taking
between
every
people.
Face off.
Yes.
My face off.
Yeah.
She pushed kids out of the way. My face off.
She's got teenage brothers. She can stand her going there. Yeah. I do miss being able to go.
I do too.
Play hockey.
I do too.
It's sad. I like the Boston Anthem singer. He's a bartender at TD Gardens and comes down and takes a break to sing the anthem, then goes back to his job.
Most Anthem singers will have multiple jobs. Carnell also hasn't been working during the pandemic
there's a lot of all of
at
Carnell's jobs.
Venetian.
Yeah.
Venetian's been pretty much closed down with the pandemic. He sings. So if you go on the what do they call them? The boat tours.
Yeah, on the
you ride the gondola ride, and then he sings to you on the gondola ride. So I asked him about that, and he's like, "Well, it's expensive." Like,
yeah,
dude,
yeah. He told us, "Don't do it.
Supposed to be upselling. Come on, upsell, dude.
Expensive.
Upsell."
Girls with older brothers are very strong and don't take BS from others.
Yep.
Yeah, we have.
She's the toughest of the three kids.
One of our little Christmas traditions is we have a family member that makes them a little advent, and they usually have like pencils or this year she did a bunch of fun dice or chocolates. It's very different this year because we have to have it shipped to Canada and she's from the States.
Yeah, normally it's just shipped to our PO box.
So we've added things to it just because she was doing the bare minimum, just because shipping Canada is so expensive. Stupid. Yep. But she's made comments. I take little videos as the kids do it. So then even though we can't see people, they get to see videos. And she's made comments of, wow, Adelaide's the boss, isn't she? Yeah. She's been raised with older brothers, and she's not going to take crap from anybody.
She's the only kid I've ever seen that aggressively sings. She will sing and hum just to drive her brothers completely mental.
She is definitely the obnoxious
right in their face,
sister.
too. Get straight up. Yeah.
Yeah, all day long. Yep. What is the most talented NHL team you've ever seen?
The 80s Oilers. The 80s Oilers were fantastic. I would say the 1993 Penguins were excellent too. Didn't win the cup. But, man, the Oilers of 87, 88, that was probably one of the most just overall talented teams I ever saw. Had to give anybody that tried playing defense nightmares.
I did make the ornaments on the tree. Aren't they fun?
She did.
I didn't post a picture of them, but I did. Well, I did on my sewing group.
I posted 4. I took pictures of each section of tree and posted on Instagram and on my Facebook.
I like how they turned out. It's all.
There's a complaint though
hockey.
Already.
What are people?
That there's no Detroit on there. I thought you had Detroit.
Yes, there is. Yes. Where do I put it?
Must be on the other side.
Detroit is on there because I actually have 2 different Detroit fabrics, but there are a couple teams I don't have, which is sad. I swear I had Coyotes fabric.
I know you have Coyotes somewhere.
And I couldn't find it,
somewhere.
But I was sure I had Coyotes fabric. Yep. But there are a couple of teams that I am missing, and that's really sad. But yeah, I like how they turned out. There are a couple teams that there's 2 of because they're fun. Will there be post-COVID stadium build designs?
I don't think it's going to change stadiums. I think it's going to be a matter. I mean, for teams, if they add a whole bunch of stuff, it's going to cut into their bottom line. There may be more courtesy between people when we're back in public for that first, I'll say, year, and then it'll go back to the same craziness it was before. You may have an easier time in line, not getting pushed from behind, that kind of thing, but it'll all eventually go back to the way it was.
Which retros do you guys have?
I just have the Space Coyote. I just have the Space Coyote. So the only one I have.
Let me look.
How do you keep missing stuff?
I did, because it skips. It skips down to the bottom, and then I miss them.
This is the only one I have.
So
you already asked me that.
Oh, I did.
Most talented NHL team I ever saw.
Oh, yeah, it skipped over 2.
Yep.
Goodness. Okay.
What did you do?
Leafs have one of the best anthem singers.
I won't argue with that.
I do really like Carnell, though. He's kind of awesome.
Carnell's very good.
Who do you think will replace Doc Emmerich as the play-by-play broadcaster in the Stanley Cup Finals next season?
John Forsland.
Anybody but Pierre.
John Forsland. Forsland, I think, is lined up to be the voice of hockey on the American side of the border, and he's excellent at it. So I think that's his job to lose.
Power ranking. No. Yes, my hair is naturally purple.
Yeah, she dyes the blonde roots.
NHL team logos as Christmas cookies. Oh my gosh, I don't have that kind of time. As fun as that sounds.
But you have the squisher now. All you need is little metal plates to make
So
to squish them out. You just need an NHL squisher. Do you want me to look up NHL squisher and see what comes up?
No.
You sure?
No. Is Gretzky coming back to coach?
Not that I know of. He doesn't need to coach.
Kid power
he's in
ranking?
Edmonton.
Oh, no.
Kid power rankings and why is Adelaide the strongest and smartest of the three children?
Oh my goodness.
Give it a couple more years.
So we homeschool, and so there are certain subjects, mostly our socials we do as a group, do all three of them at one time, and Adelaide will be the one answering questions. I'm like, come on guys, you can't let
the 7-year-old's upstaging you.
Can't let her answer all the questions.
Right.
She shouldn't always be the smartest one in the room.
This is true.
They don't care. I would have been just so embarrassed. I would have at least, you got to let her answer some things, but not everything, because it just makes you look bad. What did you think of Jake Sanderson's game last night?
Highlight reel all the way across the board. If he shows that kind of offense in the NHL, Ottawa's got the steal of the draft there, because he wasn't supposed to have that kind of offensive upside. But when you're picking teenagers, you never know who's going to end up turning out.
Have you ever changed the LEDs to the color of the team in the video?
I did for a while when I first got them.
And then he kind of...
But I just left them green because then people would start complaining about which color I was using. Well, and I thought, you know what?
There were comments. There were some colors that were made things difficult to see or aggravated
and
people.
For people
which
who are,
I can understand.
People are light sensitive, which is why they're at the lowest possible setting, because that seems to be good for people who are light sensitive. I understand it's not a majority of the audience, but I don't want to lose people because they can't watch my videos because they give them a headache. So if I'm going to give them a headache, I want my opinion to give them a headache, not the lights. That's the way it should work.
I veto Shannon having a mustache.
I veto Shannon having a mustache.
That would not be a good look.
Nope, it is a terrible look. I've tried. My dad could grow a mustache. I can't.
Shannon's a sexy man, but
let's not get that far overboard.
I don't think. See, you guys know what I'm talking about.
No, nobody knows what you're talking about.
They totally do.
No.
Chris Farley or John Candy? Who do you prefer? Chris Farley. I do really like John Candy.
John Candy was a very good man. John Candy was amazing, but in terms of movies, I would probably prefer Chris Farley. Beverly Hills Ninja is very underrated.
Do the Jets give up on Darnold and take Lawrence?
The Jets are in an interesting position at 0-11. I'm going to be interested to see who they don't give up on, and how much longer can their coach stick around when they're 0-11. And he can't even state whether or not he's calling the plays. He lies about it. He changes his mind mid-sentence. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Whereas Lars probably asleep.
I would think asleep.
He was up really late. I saw him on Discord.
He was on Discord like an hour ago.
Yeah, I saw him on Discord about 2 hours ago, and I was thinking, does this man ever sleep? I mean, I know it's the weekend, but holy moly.
It really is the weekend. We can't even make that joke right now.
Yeah, so...
The Letterkenny joke about the weekend. Yeah, that's good. That's a lot of logos. That'll work.
You can get up, Lars. What's the worst hockey game you've ever watched? Like in person?
The worst game we saw in person was that preseason game between Vegas and Vancouver. That was brutal. That was before Vegas's first season. I think it was 9-4 Vegas. That game was just awful.
Bad, yeah. Is Cool Hockey still a good jersey site?
Yep, and they still have a majority of the retro reverse jerseys right now. Or reverse retros.
Shannon for week 17 Jets roster, he could start.
I don't feel like getting sacked, and I can't cross the border. So, I mean, I can throw a spiral, not far, but I can throw a spiral. At least I could. I learned that when I was a teenager. It was really easy. This just one of my friends showed me, and it was really easy. And I was like, oh, okay, that's a spiral. But I can't throw it for distance, which I guess I can identify with what Hinton was going through for Denver this week.
How old are our cats?
7 and 7.
And then the girls
Lily
are
Bell
6.
Lily Bell and the other one are 6. Pixel. Or Mixel, like, or whatever.
Because Bear and Shadow are from the same litter, and then Pixel and Lily Bell are from the same litter.
Yep, that's the only reason they kind of tolerate each other.
Found cookie cutters with a hockey design on Amazon. That's fun.
See? Then we could magnet them, and I could eat them after I do the video.
Dork.
What do you mean, dork?
I always
so
get
much less
hockey
wasteful.
Candy canes. Since I don't go to stores, I don't get.
Oh yeah, the hockey candy
canes.
What the heck's up with that?
I know. I got you a hockey advent. Does that count?
There's no hockey in that advent. It's just
there's
a Kit Kat
pictures
advent.
of hockey on the box.
It's just a Kit Kat though.
It counts.
It's Kit Kat though.
But we want cookies too. I know, right? Agreed.
What did I do with those new fun hats? Are they in our room?
What fun hats?
The ones that made you get a headache as soon as you saw them.
Oh my gosh, they're the ugliest hats ever. I have no idea what you did with them.
I thought I had them right here.
Yeah, that's so not how you spell my name.
Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to see if they're in our room.
Shannon's looking for the ugliest hats ever.
No, they're not. I found them.
I'm not singing for people.
Okay, I found 2 of them. Where's the third?
They're so ugly. I'm just warning you guys.
They're gorgeous.
They're so ugly. Like, super ugly. You thought that the camo ones were ugly? These are, like, new level ugly. So, yeah, the flyer's nice, right?
These are so good. These are
like
so good. So
he means really ugly.
I got this. This is off the 47 site.
That one's not.
So this
the
one's
ugly
okay.
One.
This one I intend to wear with the reverse retro jets when I get it. So it's nice. That one's nice. Whoops, dropped it. Sit it over here. And then absolutely beautiful. This is going to match the Hartford Whalers gray one. It's going to match the blue one and the green one.
Look at that.
This is fantastic. This is Hartford.
Can you guys see all of the ridiculous?
It's fantastic.
Oh my gosh. And it's made out of the weirdest.
It is such a light fabric. This is going to be great during the summer. It's going to be nice and cool. It's going to be awesome. And then
get ready.
The glorious wonderfulness.
My eyes. How, like, oh my gosh. Seriously. So ugly. Anyways, holy crap, that is so ugly. Right? Yes, when he came upstairs to show me, oh dear Lord. And I thought you had some ugly dust.
I'm going to have the Wild Wing jersey and that hat, and I'm going to wear them both at the same time.
Everybody will be blind. Okay. Thoughts on ECHL starting up?
Hopefully they can finish the season. It's going to be interesting because you've got a lot of teams that have already backed out. Hopefully they can make it work.
Where can I buy them? It's
47.
Not camo. It's just like
47 brand. So 47brand.ca.
Is Melnick just stupid or evil?
I think, Melnick, and judging by the lawsuits he's willing to throw at people who say things about him, I would say that Melnick believes in his heart that he's doing the best that he can for the city of Ottawa and for the team. I think he's misguided in some ways. And he really believes the team's going to be a Stanley Cup champion within the next 3 to 5 years. Bless his heart. Hopefully he's right.
St. Nicholas Day. I know. And so Adelaide's not here. Yeah. Well, the 6th.
Remember the 5th of December. That's right.
So we'll be doing St. Nicholas Day on Monday.
That's S for vengeance, right?
Home.
And no, S is for vendetta.
We do St. Nicholas Day every year.
S is for Santa Day.
My German grandmother would make the best shortbread cookies when she was still around. Have you ever made them? Yes. I have my
really good.
great grandmother's shortbread recipe that I make. And I have my grandmother's cookie cutters for shortbreads. So, there are some people that like the hats and some people that think those are really ugly.
They're fantastic. And they've got a really nice Bruins.
Those are.
They've got a really nice Bruins in that design with the bear on the front. That's gonna. You
can barely see the whale logo. That's what I thought too. It's so busy.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna have that gray Whalers. It'll match green. It'll match gray, and it'll match blue. It'll match all Whalers. It doesn't
actually match anything.
It's gonna match all of them.
No. Thoughts on the outdoor games idea? I assume players won't be thrilled having to play a large amount of games outside.
You know what? Players seem to enjoy the games outside. The trick is going to be ice conditions. And from an NHL perspective, the visuals are going to be tricky. There's a lot of work that goes into the Winter Classic. And if they're going to be putting a lot of work into a lot of stadiums, that can get expensive quickly. So, yes, you can have fans in attendance that way, in all likelihood, depending on where you have it. But it's more of a challenge for the NHL to put the games on and have it broadcast in a way that works for them.
How do you think Crosby and the Penguins will do next year?
I think the Penguins, I think this is probably their last year that they might be able to win something. It's going to be tricky, but it's possible. I'd never rule out Crosby and the Penguins.
Favorite Bees Anthem singer, Rancourt or Angeli? Also, think the reverse retros might become a yearly thing, like the NBA City jerseys.
The reverse retros have been in high demand. I would think that they're a regular now. As for the singer, Rene Rancourt, when he does the fist pump, that was my favorite thing ever. I do the fist pump with him. I'd crank him, and just that was one of my favorite things about Bruins games. Was Rene Rancourt would get so fired up, I get fired up too.
He did, yeah. How close are the Islanders to taking the next step?
It depends on how Barzal's contract looks and what the rest of the team looks like around him. Once they get Barzal signed, they can look at rounding out that roster. But as long as Barry Trotz is their coach, they'll be in contention.
Will a team relocate to Quebec because of COVID, making teams lose money?
No.
And moving to Canada wouldn't be a good idea.
No, I don't think we'll see that. Money. The worst case scenario wouldn't be that. I think contraction would be the worst case scenario. But if a team moves, they'll move to Houston. Houston is next in line. I can't see them putting a team in Quebec City unless they absolutely had to.
The new franchise hockey manager game for PC looks amazing. Would you ever consider playing an in-depth game like for a live stream?
I have it. I haven't played it yet. At some point, yes, I may very well do a live stream with it, but I just haven't got it set up yet.
Modern stadiums are only good for box seats.
I always wonder how people can see from as far away as they are for a hockey game.
We've talked about that before.
Football game, I understand, but hockey is much smaller surface. I've always wondered about the sightlines.
Does Hart have the same potential as Price?
Carter Hart is fantastic. I don't know if he's going to end up being as good as Carey Price over the length of his career, but he's the best starting goaltender that they've had since Hextall came in the mid-'80s. I go that far with it.
How many more decades before the Sabres make the playoffs?
Oh, the Sabres will make the playoffs in this decade. I think that there's going to be some improvement from them this year. Yeah, at Eric Stahl, like they did. I think they have to get better. I just don't know how much, and I have some questions still about their goaltending.
Do you think Seattle will become Vancouver's biggest rival?
They'll have to jump over Calgary. Calgary's always going to be a strong rival to Vancouver. Because the cities are close to each other, it could happen. For that to happen, though, Seattle would have to beat out Vancouver for the playoffs, so they'd have to be in this dogfight for the playoffs and play each other a bunch of times, or just have a really ugly incident take place between the two teams, and then, surprise, that's your new rival. But I think it'll be Calgary for at least the next little while, because Calgary, it feels like, is always the team Vancouver's fighting with.
What's your favorite ice cream flavor? Now we're getting to the important questions here.
I want to say Tin Roof Sundae.
I like chocolate peanut butter. Chocolate peanut butter is the best.
It is. I feel like I'm going to sneeze, and I don't want to do it in the direction of the camera. So.
Well, my name is not spelled with an E. You totally slaughtered it. Am I ignoring comments when I spell?
Come on, Evan.
Your name, Yvonne. Generally.
Come on, Evan.
That is, I do usually not read the comments, trying to slaughter my name.
Slaughter is such a strong word.
Best.
Mint chocolate chip is excellent. Good. But I remember Tin Roof Sundae a lot from when I was a kid. That was one I liked a lot.
Do you think the Bruins could sign Hamonic?
Hamonic's possible. I don't know that Hamonic necessarily puts them back into contention. They need. I'd almost prefer it was Vatanen over Hamonic. And of course, in both cases, they need to stay healthy. They've been rumored to be attached to Hoffman. If they did find a way to bring in Hoffman, they wouldn't have the money left over for Hamonic or Vatanen.
I always think of Miss Yvonne from Pee Wee's Playhouse. Yes,
that's who she's named after.
That's not no.
Yeah.
Pee Wee was after I was born. I loved that there was an Yvonne.
Well, they didn't name you until you were what, 6 years
old? No, and I also really liked Yvonne DeCarlo.
You're like Peekaboo Street. You named yourself.
Awesome, and Yvonne.
Peekaboo Street named herself.
Thoughts on the Vancouver Anthem singer?
The team made the right call, and I said in the video today, there were times where I was calling to the office about something that happened outside of work. You do something outside of work, you can end up finding yourself in some trouble. And then they interviewed him afterwards, and he doesn't care. He's of the mind of, all right, fine. Well, they want to fire me. Fine, I don't care. And so there you go.
My name is spelled with a Y. It is French.
It's got 3 Y's in it.
It does not.
YVYNNYNE is how you spell it.
My name is spelled the correct way.
It's really weird. It's really weird. It's Russian. So it's got a lot of Y's in it. It's got that weird backwards B in it. And then there's that upside down K in there too. I don't know. It's in Rammstein in that song Auslander. That's the one line in that song I will never know, because once you get to Russian, it's a whole other alphabet. I'm like, okay, I don't even know how that alphabet's. I don't know how that alphabet works. So I have no idea what they're saying there. None. And it sucks because I like to be able to sing along to Rammstein songs. I can sing along to everything in Auslander, and then that line comes up and I go, all right, you're on your own.
Can you see NHL expanding to 36 teams?
Before we hit the shutdown this year, there were rumors the NHL eventually wanted 40 teams. There's no way we see expansion beyond 32 teams for the next, I'll say, decade. With what we're going through right now, the amount of financial pain for the league and just the economic downturn all over North America.
That was graceful.
I can't see there being any kind of expansion beyond 32. So they're going to just try to stabilize the league and the franchises they have first.
Question for me, is there any team that you really hate? I don't hate any teams. There's teams that I don't really like.
And there aren't any teams that I really hate anymore.
I don't hate
that
teams.
Disappeared.
I don't care that
What
much.
Is your deal? What?
Do you guys like Christmas music? Yes.
Meh.
I do.
Yeah.
I like Christmas music.
It's that time of the year where I used to go into the store and be as fast as possible.
I like Christmas music, and Shannon got me the Sirius radio for in the van because I drive to Vancouver about once a week, and they have a bunch of Christmas stations, and it's great. So that's fun. Why is Shannon wearing a jersey of a team he hates? Why do you hate the Penguins? I didn't know you hate the Penguins.
I have 18 Penguins jerseys. And when I get the reverse retro, that'll be 19 Penguins jerseys. It's kind of insane. Hi.
Pantera or Metallica?
Metallica. What?
Did the Sens do good in the offseason, in your opinion?
I think so. I think Stützle was a really solid addition for them. I think that picking up Dadonov was a good one too. They should be able to score more goals than last year. Their blue line, if Brandstrom can jump in and be solid for them, that helps. and Matt Murray should bounce back in net from how he played last year, I think Ottawa's at least improved.
My favorite Christmas song is Christmas Shoes, my new song. It makes me cry every time. I will change the channel when that song comes on.
No.
I do not like it at all.
Just like last Christmas.
Christmas song should not make me cry. I do not like that song. No. I don't like that song.
And then there's Last Christmas by George Michael. That one's a sad one too.
All the time.
Yeah.
It's not sad like Christmas Shoes, though.
No, Christmas Shoes is about
That
death.
one's, yeah.
That one's not.
My mom's dying, so gotta get her a present. I really don't like that song.
Nope.
I work at a grocery store. They play the same couple of songs.
Oh,
if I have to hear Last Christmas again, I will lose it. That's
when I worked at TradeX, it made me I don't know if you've noticed, but since I worked at TradeX, I don't listen to 80s music anymore.
Right.
It just all they ever had on was that 80s channel, and it was the same songs all the time. And I'm like, holy crap! I have 8 hours of listening to Christmas or 80s music. It drove me insane. And then during the Christmas time, then it was all Christmas music for 8 hours a day. It's awful. I couldn't believe they took music I liked and made me not want to listen to it anymore.
Hello, Nick.
Howdy.
Michael Buble calendar, please. We'd have to talk to Michael about that. We wouldn't take a pictures, make a Michael Buble calendar. That'd be weird.
Yes. I have some jerseys I got from him, though. I could wear the Buble jersey. Got his name on the back. Could wear them and do
bunch of Michael Buble
pose.
jersey calendar. There you go.
Yeah.
How bad are the Blackhawks going to be?
I think they're going through the rebuild. I don't think they're going to be as bad as some think they're going to be, but they're not a playoff team. It's a soft rebuild. They're not fully committed to a rebuild. We haven't seen a big sell-off. Brendan Saad being traded isn't a big sell-off. So they're not building towards a championship, but they're going to surprise people. I don't think they're going to be that bad.
Michael Buble will always be a great singer for Christmas.
Yes.
I do actually really like his Christmas songs.
He's been very busy.
Generally not my type of music, but I do like his Christmas music.
Yes, so. He's been very, very busy over the last couple of months.
Christmas Vacation or Home Alone?
Christmas Vacation. I never liked Home Alone.
The kids love Home Alone.
I never liked Home Alone.
Because to me, Calico Cat always sleep face down. Oh,
often.
Yeah, she does frequently.
And then at night,
she sleeps in her face.
Yeah, she sleeps right up against my chest.
Just be right
with her head on my shoulder.
Yeah.
I just have to watch because her whiskers get stuck in my nose half a million times a night.
Well, because she likes to be close enough that her nose is in your mouth. Yeah, she has to be really close. Okay. Christmas with the Cranks or the Santa Claus?
The Santa Claus.
Oh, I like them both, but yeah, the Santa Claus.
Yeah, it's not
Those
close.
Are both fun.
For me, it's not close.
I like them both.
Santa Claus. I saw that one in the theater.
Santa Claus is fantastic. Did you order Vegas's retro?
It's supposed to be on the way.
Yay.
Yvonne's supposed to be getting one as well.
That's fine.
So she's getting a reverse retro of Vegas and of Winnipeg because we do go to Vegas often when the borders open. So it's nice to have the Vegas jerseys. And so she'll have the gold one and the red one.
I know. Woo-hoo.
And so she'll be excited to have both.
It's fun. Isn't that fun?
Just don't spill any of your makeup on it this time.
No, that's not at all what happened. No.
Just be careful. Be more careful
not
this time.
At all. You don't like the Vegas retro. I think it's
I like
great.
It. I like their secondary logo a lot. I think the secondary logo is really sharp.
Are you going to watch Willow with Yvonne?
Eventually.
It's a movie that I'm asking to watch. Probably not. Elf or The Grinch that Stole Christmas?
Elf.
Are you talking about the live action or the cartoon?
Either or, I would still take Elf.
We watched the
original
cartoon
Grinch cartoon is a classic. It's fantastic, but I've seen it so many times since I was like 3 that I've memorized it.
Yes,
I've literally memorized it because
we did it in school
too.
Thing.
We did like a dramatic reading of The Grinch Before Christmas. So we had to do that. And it was just it gets kind of tiring.
Will Laine or Goudreau be traded?
Laine, I think, will be probably within the next 18 months. I don't think it's going to be soon. Goudreau, I think, is going to stay in Calgary. I'd be very surprised if Calgary trades Goudreau.
Do you ever get jerseys customized?
Through Cool Hockey, when they have big sales, I've done it before. I wouldn't rule out doing it again. And it's because they put them on sale. So Hockey Authentic, which is local here, they do a lot of customization with jerseys. Supposed to be excellent. I haven't seen the same sales from them. That's why I haven't used them. Otherwise, I would. But I've used Cool Hockey for customized jerseys.
CCR or the Doors?
Doors.
CCR.
You're wrong.
I'm not.
You are. People Are Strange tells you you're wrong.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
I like CCR.
And The End. Great songs.
Black Christmas or Silent Night, Deadly Night?
Black Christmas. It's close though, because Silent Night, Deadly Night spawned the second one, which is, well, Garbage Day. And it's just perfect. Perfection. What did you forget now?
No. Somebody wants a better look at the Coyotes retro patch. The gecko? Are you asking about the gecko on it?
Which is the same as on the regular one.
Are you going to get the Habs retro?
Yep, that's in the first batch. That's going to be in the first batch of jerseys I get.
CCR or Queen?
Queen. It's not close, Queen.
No question.
So that's the shoulder patch, the gecko.
What do you guys think about the Columbus Blue Jackets being Stanley Cup champions?
It'd be great for them. It'd be a nice run, and then it would certainly help sell some tickets. That team desperately needs a long run. They have never had one.
Did you get your reverse retros on sale?
No, there's nothing on sale for reverse retros. It's not a thing. So if you look at a website right now and they go, "Hey, this is on sale," unless it's Sports K, which the page is gone. That's why I had to remove the community post because the page is gone. He was selling them for $145 US, but if you see them on sale, I'm going to go ahead and say they're probably going to end up being fakes. So if you see like, oh, it's $100, that'd be below the wholesale cost.
Rush or Tool? Tool. That's a silly question.
Yep. I admire Rush, great Canadian band, but Tool wins that going away.
Thoughts on the Wild being Stanley Cup champions? Are we going to do this with every team?
Probably.
Just checking.
What do you think of the Wild being Stanley Cup champions?
That'd be awesome. I think they have a way to go.
And that reverse retro, I'd wear that a lot if they won the Stanley Cup. I would like to see the state of hockey get a championship. That'd be nice.
What is your all-time favorite hockey movie all time?
Oh, so I always say Happy Gilmore, but if it's all-time favorite movie all time with hockey, does Empire Strikes Back count as a hockey movie? Because it's in the snow, and there's AT-ATs, there's walkers.
Tragically Hip or Blue Rodeo? Tragically
Hip.
Never. The answer is never Blue Rodeo.
Yes, never Blue Rodeo is basically how I listen to music.
The answer.
So I respect the artists. I know they're Canadian. I know they were around for a long time.
No.
But when they come on, I immediately will change the channel. It's an immediate thing. And it goes back to the 80s where I'd have really good music in my groove. And I'd be like, don't, there's Blue Rodeo. And it still happens. And she's watched me have that reaction.
Who wears the pants in the household? I don't wear
cats.
Pants, so.
The cats.
I wear leggings.
I don't wear pants because all my videos cut off here. So it saves me so much of my clothing budget not to have to wear pants.
Beatles or Stones? Beatles.
Stones.
He's wrong.
She's
the answer
wrong.
is Beatles.
Stones.
Best game you've seen in person?
The Boston-Vancouver game where Boston won 6-3 was excellent. But
the Vancouver and Jets.
The Vancouver Vegas one we saw
fun.
last year was fun too. Because that was an overtime win. That was a fun one. We've seen a couple of overtime wins for Vancouver. Those are always
We
fun.
have. We don't generally see them win easy.
No.
It's
They
like
beat Phoenix,
barely,
though, or Arizona, I
they
should
win
say.
in a shootout.
We watched them beat Arizona, and then we went down
That's
to
true.
California and watched Arizona lose again, to which Coyotes fans said we needed to stop watching Arizona
Yes.
games. And the first retro reverse I get is an Arizona jersey, so I can go to Arizona and watch a game someday. And then when they lose, people
then
can
they'll
throw
lose,
stuff
yes.
at me.
Best arena you've been to?
We haven't
Still
been
Rogers.
to very many.
Because we've only been to
Same.
3 NHL arenas.
Yeah.
So, Rogers, of the 3.
The board in the back scares me. Why is Vancouver first? Because Shannon's a brat.
Because I
That's
went
why.
with just
Is
random.
it another troll board?
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
You got
All right,
it.
I can switch them around then. I can put Vancouver 27th,
There you go.
Toronto
See?
1st,
Best
Chicago
food
2nd.
at Rogers? We don't ever eat food
We don't eat
there,
at Rogers.
So.
I don't eat or drink when I'm in a stadium or an arena. I generally don't, and it's because I always had stomach problems when I was younger. So I learned not to eat when I was out in public, and so I've just kind of carried that on throughout life. I don't have anything to eat or drink until I'm on my way home, because then you're home. So, yeah.
Favorite song off the 2019 Rammstein album?
Deutschland.
Probably Popa.
Popa's fantastic, but Deutschland is like just, and for when I'm on my treadmill, that song is just great. I do really good time when that one's on. That one and Cerise by Ghost.
Who's your favorite Penguin?
Right now, probably Brian Rust. I like Brian Rust. I've always liked Brian Rust, and this year he finally scored the way that I thought he could.
Radio. Radio is a good song too.
Radio's a fun song.
They have a lot of fun songs on that album.
That album is very, very well put together.
Yeah.
From
It
start
is a
to
lot of
finish.
really good songs.
It is I think that's my favorite album of theirs.
Metallica or Megadeth?
Metallica. But without Megadeth, or without Metallica, you don't even get Megadeth, because they kicked Dave Mustaine out. He started Megadeth.
Best name in hockey.
Pekka Radicalio. I've got the jersey.
Why is there music? What?
I don't know.
It's not fire now. Oh, they can't even see or not fire. It changed to like mountains. Oh, tune in and unwind. Is it a commercial? Well, it's not the cable remote. The cable remote's right here. Hold on.
Okay.
Ugh. Don't push me over.
I wasn't pushing you over. I was helping you out.
Whatever. You were pushing me.
I totally wasn't pushing her over. I would never do that.
Why is it?
What are you
It
doing?
says it's still fireplace and it's not. They're lying.
Oh, you know what? That's fine. Leave it there. No, they're going back to the fireplace. They're just showing us how they do the tropical location.
There's other one. Shannon, love you, man. You're a legend. Sharks
Thank you.
love. Okay.
Hmm.
Where was I? Somebody telling Lisa she's awesome. She's pretty awesome, isn't she? What do you think about the Blackhawks broadcast team?
Blackhawks? I like the Blackhawks broadcast team. That's through NBC, right? They have the NBC feed. NBC, or I think it's NBC.
Where's the Sharks magnet? Did you skip a team?
Yeah, so I got 2 of somebody.
Oh, what'd you do?
I don't know. I got 2 of somebody. Keep watching the chat. Oh, I got 2 Jets. Look at that. It's a funny
you
hat.
Skipped them.
It's a funny hat. Where'd I put the rest of the?
Hey! Whoa!
I'm looking
Not
for.
there.
I'm looking for where the rest of the logos here. I found them. Okay.
Are you guys getting the Leaf?
What? No, I'm just
Pardon
walking
me?
past.
The Leafs retro.
Eventually, the Leafs retros towards the end of the ones I'm going to get.
How did
But I'll
we
get
meet? Online.
Yeah. Okay, Sharks. Sharks are here. I should put the Sharks askew, right? I should put all the logos askew. That'll drive people crazy, right? You're like, why are all the logos crooked?
Is there public transportation where we live? Yes.
There is, but we don't take it.
No. We stay away from people.
Yep.
Yeah, we have buses
Best to stay
here,
away from
and if
people.
we make it into town in Vancouver, they've got all sorts of
mass transit. But we have to get to Surrey before we can get on that. Full of germs. Exactly. We don't go to the grocery store right now, so we certainly wouldn't be riding a bus. Because we don't have to. I know there's people that have to, and that's no good, but why aren't the solar bears on the list? Who's a realistic trade for Besser?
Hopefully nobody. If they trade Besser, it'll be for help on the blue line. I'd rather they don't trade him, but if they do, it'll be for a blue liner. They'll look for a top 4 blue liner. I'm not sure that anybody's going to be willing to give up a top 4 blue liner right now for Brock Besser, though.
This is Bear. We have the cat Instagram too.
It's okay.
If you go onto the website, I don't think the cat Instagram is on there. Never mind, I'm lying. We are in Abbotsford, not Chilliwack.
Oh, good kitty.
What do you think of the Devils? Hold on, it's moving. Sherganovich and his production. Just a hot streak, or has he taken a major step in his development?
Well, we'll see. I mean, until somebody's over playing in the National Hockey League, I mean, you can look at it both ways. You could look at it and say he's taken that major step, or you could say, well, we'll see. And I think with the Devils, there'll be a we'll see attitude. They haven't been rushing prospects. So yeah, I think hopefully it works out for them. I think the Devils are up and coming. Gusev's going to get better as well. So I assume they're both Russian, which helps. Okay.
We have 4 cats.
Yes.
Sharks will win the cup. Bet the odds.
The odds are really long on them winning the cup. So it's tempting to take them to win the cup, but I wouldn't bet on the Sharks right now.
Have you ever been to Montreal?
Nope.
We have not traveled a lot. We
Nope.
really have not. There's a lot of places we have not gone to. Did you listen to Craig Button defending Pods on 650? Also, if Pods and Hoglander make the team next year, who do they replace?
Pearson's contract's running out. Sutter's contract's running out. I would not be surprised to see the Canucks move on from both for cap reasons. Hoglander is a top 6 winger, or at least top 9. Bud Colson projects to be a top 6 winger. If they don't move Besser, I could see Besser being moved around that time, where, again, to make cap space, maybe Besser becomes the casualty at that stage. And I agree with defending Bud Colson. It is way too early to be getting mad at this kid.
No, we do not declaw the cats. That's mean, and
It's really painful.
It's not even legal still, is it?
I don't think so.
That's even legal anymore.
I don't think you're allowed to do it. You're rendering a cat completely defenseless.
Hey,
sweetie, I know. Do you have to bath yourself?
Does Shannon know the band Prism?
Yes.
Personally, or
I've never met them, but I know of the band Prism.
3 Days Grace or Billy Talent? 3 Days Grace. They're fantastic.
Billy Talent's very good, but I would pick 3 Days Grace.
They're great.
Hey, kitty, you have to let go of my jersey, though. You have to let go. If you want down, you have to let go. Do you want down?
Can you guys make NHL 21 be a pro series?
If I did it be a pro, odds are it wouldn't be live streamed. So maybe do like videos that I upload after, but I don't know. We'll see. I'll get into that at some point, and if it makes sense to record clips and upload them, I'll start doing that.